But keep it moving. Let's talk about XXXtentacion. So XXXtentacion's murder trial is going on right now. For those of you who don't know, or I guess maybe you don't remember, rapper from Fort Lauderdale, XXXtentacion.
Yeah.
He was murdered. He was murdered in Fort Lauderdale. I think this was what, like 2000, like it had to be like 3 years
20,
ago,
2018?
18 or something like that.
Maybe
And so
20,
Something
now
like that.
obviously they got the guys that murdered him and they're on trial now, and one of them's up there obviously talking a lot.
Singing.
And he they're basically, so I guess the prosecution for some reason is trying to, or maybe it's a defense, I don't know who is, but someone is trying to paint the picture that Drake is responsible for this, and that Drake
It seems so comedic, bro, because I don't know if y'all seen the clip of the lawyer or the prosecutor like talking to the dude on the stand, and he's like, so you didn't listen to Drake in all of 2018, and did you ever meet Drake in person? Did Drake ever give you money? I'm like, yo, they're really like digging on this. Drake has something to do with XXXtentacion's murder.
yeah.
Well, let me ask y'all a question though. Like, have y'all been paying attention to like certain things that Drake be saying in his songs? Like, he be low key talking like he did have something to do with it. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
because Drake is a moron sometimes. I feel like I feel like Drake like in a dream world he wants to have like something to do with it. I honestly don't think he got anything to do with like anything right now. I don't know, because that'll be.
I don't think
I
he has
feel
anything to do with it, man. To be honest, I feel like he just if people don't know, they had when X was alive, when he was first coming out, X accused Drake of stealing either the
his
melody
flow,
or the lyrics of one of his songs, and
the
to
melody,
make a song.
the melody.
Yeah, it was the melody. And obviously Drake denied this, and Drake, but if you listen to the songs, there is a similarity
Mm-hmm.
that's, kind of hard to believe that Drake would have just thought of that himself. But um so ever since then they had problems, and when X was alive, he was very vocal about his issues with Drake, and they went had some back and forths. But to me, the thing of why I feel like the whole Drake thing is kind of ridiculous is that how is Drake connected though? Yeah, so Infinite, this is how Drake is connected. Back when, to keep it simple, back when X was alive, him and X had problems based on X accusing him of plagiarism of a song.
word.
So, but my thing with this is like, I don't feel like even when X was alive and the beef was even at its peak, and it wasn't even a beef, but
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
issues they had was at a peak, there was nothing that was, I think, said or done harsh enough to make Drake want to
yeah.
have that
Exactly.
done.
That's
You know what I
number
mean? Like,
one. And
I heard, I haven't seen a video, and I don't know why I haven't tried looking for it, but I heard that apparently he was on stage at a show, allegedly getting the crowd or amping up the crowd to yell F Drake's mom, and like the crowd was actually doing it on
who
camera.
XXX
That's what people
Tentacion?
say. That's what
so
they
even if
saying.
that's true, look at the whole thing that Drake went through with
I'd
Meek
have to.
Mill. Even though Meek Mill didn't touch on
That is
Drake's
true.
mom, from what I believe, but if he went through all that
No,
shit
I
with
don't
Drake
think
Mill and all
so.
the
No.
personal shit they was talking about, and he didn't try to get
Yeah,
Meek
that's
Mill
what I'm saying.
whacked,
Okay,
or
so that what you were talking about with the XXX saying F Drake's mom, I wouldn't doubt XXX Tentacion would go and do that, but I don't think that would push Drake to the
Word.
limit. But to further answer Infinite's question, they also, I mean, X, he posted on his story like one random time, and people got to remember XXX Tentacion at times was like on a lot of drugs and depressed, and would say some outlandish stuff, and he said if I die, Drake did it or something like that. You know what I'm saying? He said that in
Yeah,
the story,
that too.
so people are going off
Hmm.
of that. But nah, there's like I don't think
Drake had anything to do with
Drake had anything to do with this one. Like them boys was just wanted to rob XXX
someone
Tentacion,
did. They
man.
made it clear someone did pay them though, because the kid who snitched said that after it all, he walked away with only about $5,000
Mm-hmm.
when they had got over 15 or something like that from X, plus that Louis bag or whatever he had
Yeah,
that they ended up getting rid of as well. So, what they're trying to paint the picture is that it was like a hit job. It wasn't just like a random act of
gotcha.
violence so that they didn't run into him.
Hmm.
But I don't know. Like I said, I don't think Drake had anything to do with it. Just based off the fact that I don't think he did anything that would have made Drake feel he needed to take it that far. So
I mean, Drake makes way too much money to be dibbling dabbling in things like that for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? He could rap about it, rap about mob ties and all this stuff, and rap about Jay Prince and how Jay Prince got his back and all this stuff, but to actually be dibbling and dabbling in it, I don't see it.
Yeah, and most recently with it, Drake was summoned because he was mentioned so much times in testimonials. He has been summoned for a deposition. His lawyers are trying to fight it right now. They put an appeal for him to not have to, because like I said, I imagine he does not want to have anything to do with this.
Yeah.
But we'll see what the judge says. If the judge says he has to show up, then he has to show up. But that would be crazy, because it's like I said, I don't think. But he would have to explain, certain things, I guess, that they would bring up.
And the bars, I mean, nowadays they are, adding the bars in court, picking up lyrics. And another context to Infinite's question, I think he said something in the song like XXX, XXX, something crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all
and then not only
that,
he literally has a song where he goes, sick of these ends, these ends, hire some help. Get rid of these ends.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's in mob time.
Me make it mad.
All these niggas say shit like that in their. Sorry, all these guys say stuff like that in their
Yeah,
songs,
I know. But just the fact that it's the play on the fact that he's saying those specific things, and then he's like melodizing and cadencing like how X would. So it's just kind of like a laugh in the nigga face. Excuse my language, in the dude face. So
that I think he is doing. I do think he's like mocking him in his songs.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. That's how it comes off. So it's not to say that he's responsible, but he's definitely mocking him in his songs.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt that bar was like toward XXXtentacion. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't doubt that at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So it's no question. It's kind of like we got hip hop police. So as far as them questioning him, they got to make sure.
But I ain't gonna lie, that'll be hilarious if he actually got to show up to court and like plead his case.
Answer that. Yeah.
They would have to find more evidence. I feel like though.
For sure, but that's crazy.